Hello guys, welcome back to our YouTube channel Tarantula Tales of India. It has been so long since we last met. I could not make regular videos all these days due to various reasons, but I deeply want to make regular videos from now on. So, without any further delay, let's get into the video. Alright then, first let me tell you what are we gonna do in this video. We are going to be doing a rehousing video for a tarantula, a Fossorial tarantula to be precise. And it has been a very famous Fossorial tarantula in the hobby since the beginning. And this is it. I have been keeping it in this enclosure for around maybe 3 months. It has extremely outgrown this enclosure, so I strongly believe now is the time to change its enclosure. Yeah, we can now see the legs of the tarantula. You might have guessed by now, the species is Monocentropus Balfouri, the Fossorial communal tarantula. The substrate I'm going to be using for the enclosure is a mixture of coco peat and vermicompost, almost in the ratio 1:1, and I'm going to be trying to keep it as dry as possible. And this is going to be the new enclosure for the tarantula. You may think that this enclosure is still not enough to behold a gigantic Monocentropus balfouri, which is around 3 inches in diagonal leg span, and it can grow up to 6 inches in diagonal leg span. But in my point of view, I do think that tarantulas do good in confined space rather than in vast space. So this may not be plenty for the tarantula, but absolutely this is suffice for the tarantula. Basically, I'm not a great fan of Fossorial tarantulas because of the fact that they dig burrows and hide themselves under the ground. I just want to see my tarantula wandering around the enclosure, which is not basically possible when it comes to Fossorial tarantulas. So here's the thing, Fossorial tarantulas love to dig themselves under the burrow, and I would love to see them hanging around just like terrestrial species. So let's make this enclosure in such a way that it can satisfy both of our needs. The plan here is to make a ramp of substrate between the horizontal edges of the enclosure. As you can see, I'm making this tunnel-like structure using this plastic container, and I'm doing this thinking that the tarantula could use this as its burrow, which is kept horizontally instead of vertically. When it comes to Monocentropus balfouri, the substrate needs to be bone dry, but right now I am using the substrate which is a little bit wet because when I pull out this plastic container, this tunnel-like structure has to hold its shape. I am keeping this piece of wood along the slope because even if the tarantula decides to dig somewhere ignoring our cave-like structure, I just don't want the tarantula to dig and move the substrate from one place to another, just destroying the ramp-like structure. Now you can see the ramp, how exactly it is. Substrate has been made, water dish has been placed, and now it's time for our Monocentropus balfouri boy. This species is an old world tarantula, meaning that its primary defense mechanism is It's medically significant venom, which it never hesitates to inject when threatened. And the other thing is its speedy nature. As you can see, even if it makes very small displacement, it is making it a bit faster than other new well tarantulas. So handling this new well tarantulas or old well tarantula, anything is strictly not recommended. But if you keep yourselves calm, then you can keep themselves calm. As you can see, it has now slowed down. I've been keeping this in this enclosure since they are just 1 inches. So now it's definitely outgrown the enclosure. It is now almost 2.5 to 3 inches in diagonal leg span. It may seem like it has calmed down, but it can bolt on us anytime. So we have to be as precautious as possible. Finally, it has been introduced successfully into the substrate, and we may now add some water. Oh, no, no, no. Let's not add the water because it is an African species which is from dry lands of Africa. So this can thrive well in the bond dry substrate. As I mentioned earlier, it is almost moisture enough. So I think water is not necessary as of now. And everything is done. So here we are at the end of the video. I'll definitely soon post another video regarding the update of this man-made cave-like structure, whether it has been used by this tarantula or not. Yeah, I'll try to keep posted. So take care, see you, bye bye.